tissue. My internal tissue was toned, it was firm. She had to call her assistant to take another look, and she was so shocked. That's not to say if I have another spread it may be the same, but pure intention and working with my creative energy had helped me through this. After that situation, I started to work with the jade egg, which is this, and it's a crystal, it's an egg, and I've recorded another video here which I'll give the link to, but this is an egg that you actually insert inside you, and it's based upon the Taoist tradition. Pardon me, and what the egg does, you actually insert it this way, and there's different sizes, and you actually work with strengthening exercises, so it's much deeper than the Kegel exercise. But what it does, it brings chi, which is energy, which is what we're made up. When you looked at the first lesson, we talked about chi and the etheric body. So we're strengthening the etheric body, it's chi. And also with the jade egg, we're helping recycling that sexual energy to nourish different organs, so your heart, lungs, liver, spleen, and kidneys. So we're strengthening all the organs of the body through the work with the jade egg and also the Taoist exercises. Some people just use the egg and they do specific exercises like tensing and squeezing. I belong to a circle here in England, and we do all the Taoist exercises and all the Taoist trainings. There is more information, but I'm mindful about time because there's a few other different healing therapies that you could use to help heal the sacral chakra. But for me, the jade egg has been amazing because how we work is by connecting the yoni and the heart. So it's actually balancing, your chakras in your body, because you're connecting your heart and your yoni together, as opposed to just focusing on sexual energy. I have got jade. I haven't got carnelian or tiger's eye African jade, because there are different yoni eggs, they call them, but you can use. But for me, jade is a clearing crystal, and with crystals, there are amplifiers. So whatever situation that you may have in your DNA, it's going to amplify it. So I've been a therapist for a very long time, and I think it's really important that you work, especially when you're working with a deep ingrained pattern, that you work with clearing before you start enhancing anything. It's like having a house full of clutter. Why are you going to amplify the clutter? Isn't it best to clear out the house? Then you can introduce stuff like some incense, burn some candles, and that's exactly how we should see the body. So for me, I'm a purist. I just work with the jade. Maybe I've been doing the jade egg for 6 years. So I get my egg from Saida de Solet's, and she has an amazing book called The Emergence of the Sensual Woman. I advise you to get that. That book and Queen of the Sacred Woman, they are a must in terms of sacral chakra healing. But get Saida's book with the jade egg, and it will really help you. And what she said is that she used, I think, the obsidian egg, and it brought up her ancestral DNA condition. So she recommends 5 years before you use the obsidian egg, and then after that using the rose quartz vein. Some people now are using rose quartz and all different kinds of eggs, but what I think is really important to bear in mind, because again, when we're focusing just on being able to have a really tight internal vaginal muscles for our partners, it's really important to realise that you're going to be operating from an excessive chakra, sacral chakra. So I think we're going to see a lot of cases where people are using a jade egg for sexual healing, But if the mindset, remember, is all connected and you're still not expressing yourself creatively and you're getting yourself into situations where you're attracting people that you shouldn't really attract, but you've got this sexual power, you're going to have a lot of problems because water absorbs. Your womb is water and it absorbs every single kind of imprint coming from other people and thoughts. And if you really want to understand what's happening with your womb, I say read Dr. Emoto's book, Messages in Water, and that will tell you what's going on with your sacral chakra. If it's really sensitive, if it's not strengthened, and if your boundaries are not in place. So, with the jade egg, I suggest you go with what your body's saying. If you've had a lot of problems with self-worth, self-esteem, just work simply on your heart connection. You can go into the rose quartz if you want. I've never done that. I've just worked with the jade, and for me, I must admit, at the time when I got the egg, I thought, okay, I'm going to be just excellent. I'm going to be this goddess. I'm going to have these sexual powers. It surpassed all that stuff. That's not to say I'm holier than thou, but it surpassed all that stuff because it just made me feel confident in my body. Because that was taken from me when it was a time when I needed to come into my body. But I was told that being a woman was a curse. So I had to kind of reprogram that. And when that is deep within your psyche, it can take a while. And this is not me being a victim, but it's just the messages we get from the media and from family and culture, race, gender, everything. We get all these messages coming in. So I would say you can get all different types of eggs, but your body would tell you. If you're not drawn to jade and you want to get a different type of egg, then your body would tell you that. But just bear in mind, you do not want to get a non-porous, or I think it's a porous, which is not that good because it takes everything in. So you want to have a smooth egg that's not going to be an amplifying egg. Because you don't want to bring up all the problems we want to clear, and you know, feelings, negative feelings like shame and anger are very strong feelings. You do not want that circulating around your body unless you are going to have Taoist training, and then you're trained in transmuting all those energies around your body. And that's another thing. Always clear. Always have your salt bath, smudge your area, because if you're not doing the Taoist practices, then you're just allowing all this sexual strong energy, all these deep energies that you may have received from external environments into your space. So make sure you're cleansing. One more thing about the egg, I don't use a string, but some people use dental floss. It helps them pull out the egg. Other people just don't use string like myself, and you can also use a string to attach to another egg to use as weights, and that really increases the blood flow and the chi to help the egg, the area become more strong. You have a strong center, it does impact on all your thoughts, your boundaries as well. And the egg is like